Good afternoon, Manchester, New Hampshire, and all the surrounding areas. And I want to thank you for coming back and picking me up.
My pleasure.
Yesterday and the week before was such lack of communication on my part with people. I don't know why. Everything I did was a dipsy doodle. You ever had that kind of a problem?
Yes,
everything
absolutely.
We've all had that problem before.
And I thought I had something scheduled for today. I want to thank my co-partner and Healing Paws for coming on, and we have Bob Whitebear coming in late, and that's okay, but they'll be here. It is what it is. It's very
It is what it is.
It is. I'm so glad to see you. Again, we don't get to chat except on Facebook. You I see frequently, and I'm always happy for that.
You better say that. You'll make me cry.
No, I wouldn't make you cry. And it's only been a week since you and I've
I
seen.
know, yeah.
It'll be a week tomorrow.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen you except on Facebook. And
Right. I'm not getting out much these days.
I know,
Yeah.
I know.
No, you know what's exciting now? I'm starting to teach individually different type of courses and stuff. And the one thing I did, we had a meeting, Kate and I, and we did talk about postponing the event, that we were going to have to raise money.
Okay.
Because I don't think we were really ready for it to begin with.
Well, just make sure you let everybody know.
Oh, I did on
Yeah.
Facebook and on the wherever.
I agree with that. I think that there's a few other steps for us both on, I have a saying, as above, so below. And I think that as above is making progress. And I think there's some things we need to do down here. And I've had that feeling for quite some time. It's kind of odd because we were thinking alike, and I don't mean to scare you.
Thinking of what?
We were thinking alike.
Similarly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I don't want to
God.
scare you. Oh, come on now. I mean, you have to admit, on Thursday night, I'm well behaved,
Well, as you can be.
as I can be,
Yeah, and we really did, and plus we got to find a new place.
I agree
No
with that.
offense to the UUC, they were great to us, but they went up on their rent.
Well, which is understandable.
okay, yeah.
But we've
It's time
always,
to move, too.
yeah, we've been saying that for a while because we need a place that has parking
Right.
for one,
Right.
and we need more space.
Yeah.
Well, see, I agree with that because I'm thinking also because we are on a new path, if you will. So for the path to move forward, sometimes it's a good idea to move to another location,
Right.
where spirit leads
Start
you.
fresh.
Yeah.
Exactly, and I think that I don't think that's going to impact us
No.
other than that because, and I do hope the lady from the church will come because I
Oh, she
absolutely,
will.
I
She will.
adore
She
her.
understands. I love her, and I
Yeah.
understand.
Oh, she is just.
And I want to
a
say we made.
sweetheart.
Oh, she's a sweetie.
And we did make more money there than anywhere else.
Right.
But
Right.
now when it's time to expand, it's time. And I do want to thank the pastor and
Oh, yeah.
people
Oh,
there.
absolutely.
Oh, they've been
for allowing us.
fantastic.
They
Oh,
were
they have.
fantastic,
Yeah.
And I understand expenses go up and all that stuff,
Right.
And so I will thank them very, from Norm, Lori, and Fred to the UUC Church. Thank you so much for allowing us to be there. And if we need to be there again, we can always go because we left with a good.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
Exactly.
you know.
And she was always so sweet. When I was there that Saturday, that was my first show with you other than being a spectator. I always found that during the course of the day, she was visible but invisible.
Right.
And she would occasionally check in. And one of the things I really liked about her is that she spent a lot of time speaking with the vendors. And I think that that's a great way to make them feel welcome,
Right.
And she's not intrusive about it.
No, she's such a sweetheart.
Oh, she is.
She
She's,
really is.
Oh,
I
she
love
really
her.
is. Oh, yeah.
She's one of my very dear friends. Before I go any farther, though, I would like to send our prayers and thoughts to Houston, Texas, and the surrounding area.
Yeah.
Oh, and
Absolutely.
Louisiana too,
And
because
Louisiana now.
they're getting hit
Oh,
bad
okay.
with the flooding. Oh, everybody. Oh, it's just, I can't even imagine.
I can't either. That is just, I've been watching this on, and I'm a CNN watcher, and I have been watching this, and it truly is, when you're seeing it on television, it's probably worse when you're there. But when you're seeing all that activity and you are sensitive, you feel all of that, it was those older people in the nursing home that they were actually able to get out,
Right.
and I feel, and prayers also for that officer that lost his life doing this. And his chief touched my soul yesterday afternoon because in all of his briefings, he is so professional and he lays it all out, but you could tell that yesterday he was definitely having a very difficult time being able to talk about that, and I just thought that's awful.
Yeah.
Well, I have and I also have a nephew with a great niece, and I had many friends. Just like they're doing it, I'm amazed at how many friends I have in different areas of the country and of the world. You know, and I'm always amazed that. And so, I'm not going to tell anybody I know how they feel when they have relatives out there, because I don't. All I know is I have a nephew there, and I'm praying every day for him, and I know how I don't want to lose him to that. But I also will have to tell you, if they go to my website, spiritualvisionary.net, that's a good plug, right? But if they read what I have put on there when I first started out, I did say that there is going to be more hurricanes, there's going to be more tornadoes, and you've heard me say it here before. This is only the tip, if you agree, of the iceberg. We gotta change it with love.
We have to change it, right? It's just going to get worse.
Right.
I mean, I have family and friends in Houston that they're safe. They're all safe, but still, and I've lived through earthquakes, tornadoes, hurricanes, nor'easters, but I don't think any of what I've ever experienced compares to what these people are going through right now. And it's just going to get more and more of these type of things happening, because if we don't start loving each other, if we don't start changing it with love, and there's a lot of love being poured out on this, but we shouldn't have to have these horrible things happen for us to be pouring out the love. And stop sending these people useless crap. I mean, somebody sent them rollerblades.
What?
Yeah, why? Why would you send the hurricane victims rollerblades? I mean, what are they going to do with them? They need food. They need clothes.
They need
but they don't
blankets.
Need your crap clothes either, because they're having to throw out all this nasty clothing people are sending them. Just donate money to Red Cross or Salvation Army.
That's true, because they're on the bottom of the screen. They're telling you what to do.
Right.
They're giving you, please call this number, make your donation, and things like that. And that's what they're looking for.
Right. They need bedding and blankets and food and medicine.
There's a man that calls himself a preacher. I was reading on Facebook. I was reading the Union Leader, actually, Useless Leader. I get that quite often. And he is blaming the political Republicans, and he's blaming the political people for all this hurricane. You can't believe
the guy from Florida or
somewhere.
somewhere.
He's got bits and pieces of that.
Yeah, I only caught bits and pieces of it.
Don't
don't even mention. He doesn't deserve it. The energy.
He doesn't.
Folks, you know what? It's in our power to stop it.
Right.
It really is. It's man-made or spirit-made. It's in our power. We've been blessed in New Hampshire. We really, truly have. We've been blessed in Vermont. We've been blessed in Mass. New England area has been so far. We've had storms like in Merrimack. You've had storms in Merrimack, right?
Oh, definitely. Bad. Oh, yeah. I've gone, been to 5 days and whatever without power.
Too.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Where I live is I live near a transformer area, and I love all that. But you know what? I am so blessed so far with other people that have lost their now. Now I don't want to, but
let's not have that one.
I've been so blessed that we have not been hit like other people. My son called me, Dad, we've been out for hours, or somebody else would call me, or you would. Oh, Al's going to call, by the way.
Oh, good.
He told me he saw you, but you didn't see him.
Oh, I didn't. I would have loved to have talked to him.
Yeah. He is so happy.
Yeah.
Oh, Al Capone. He always is. You can, when he calls in, you can feel the energy on the phone. You can tell he's sitting there grinning from ear to ear.
He actually paid for lunch when we went out.
Al?
That was the first. I knew. And I said, thank you. Well, it was my birthday, And then, folks, if you could only feel the love that I have had. There again, love. I wish I'm gonna bring a banner in. What do you think? And put it up here. Let's love.
Well, you have to ask them, but okay.
What do you think? A nice banner of love.
Yeah, that would be a good thing to do.
Would that be permissible?
Well, we'll talk after.
Yeah.
Yeah,
see, she just said yes.
Yeah.
I have a question. I don't mean to change the subject. Where are Bossy and Nuisance?
I was so aired out, I didn't think about anything. My fault. They wanted to take a nap.
They wanted to take a nap. I just thought I'd ask. I have to.
Folks, I forgot.
He brings them up all the time.
I know, and that's why I was looking down, thinking this is going to be
it's
good.
been one of those days, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I understand.
And they take right after her.
You know, you keep saying that, Norman. I'm like the quietest person, and I'm so mellow all the time.
It's all right, buddy. Breathe. Breathe. It's okay.
Now, when have you ever seen me lose my temper?
When we used to have classes.
Okay, well, that doesn't count. You have to admit when...
You have come a long way.
Yes, that's true. And you have to admit when I was at the show that weekend... You did not hear. Well. Yes, I did. I was very well behaved the entire time. Granted,
which surprised me.
It surprised me too. Well, you have to remember that Jeannie was with me.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's just going to go from one to the other. You know.
I'm going to be wishing my daughter-in-law an early birthday.
Oh.
Tomorrow she'll be. Well, I can't mention her. She'll be a year old. I'll put it that way.
She's having a birthday.
She's having a birthday.
She's having a birthday.
Yeah, and Saturday you're coming to.
I'm coming to the party. Wait till you see what I picked her up.
Oh
my God.
You know, if guardian, and I believe there are earthly guardian angels. I believe they're real. If guardian angels are real, I'm going to tell you, I had the most amazing daughter-in-law. Nothing irks me any worse than to see some people who. For no reason will not accept their in-laws out.
Yeah, that irks me too. That's just, that's
I've been fortunate. I've been blessed, and I see some pretty nasty daughter-in-laws around the area, and how they treat their mothers-in-law.
Right, exactly.
In such a way. But I've been blessed.
And you deserve it.
And thank you. And believe, when I go to the doctor, she won't lie. Like the doctor will say, "You been eating hot dogs?" Yes, he has.
Good for her.
She keeps right on.
You shouldn't lie either. You shouldn't be eating that junk.
I just don't answer it. That way, no. But I also want to send out healing prayers for my son who had to go back to the hospital, to the doctors, because we don't know if it's medication or whatever, but he almost passed out at work, so we had to take him home. They're going to do all that, so I'm asking for prayers for my son, Mike.
Absolutely, we will.
He's been having this, and I think we can't prove he was working in this one certain place, and we can't prove it, that it was from the film, from the area where he was working, and there's going to be a big cover-up anyways, My hair, oh my God, my hair's a mess.
Oh, dear God. Here we go, Lori.
Yeah.
Okay.
The world's coming to an end. His hair's a mess.
I would literally, when I was teaching, stand in front of the class and hold the mirror and make sure my hair was all placed.
This is true.
That's ridiculous.
My hair is my pride and joy.
That's ridiculous.
Well, to make sure it looks good.
He used to do that too before he went up on the podium, And
women do it.
We did it in the ladies' room before we went into class. Okay.
But so my prayers are there, and my prayers for and then anybody. It's not just for people I know or that you might know,
right.
Or you might know, but everybody out there who are having breathing problems, who are having problems whatever, please practice breathing properly. That sometimes will help. I'm not going to say secure, we will never ever say that. But a lot of times when you get anxious, it causes a breathing problem. Mm-hmm. Whenever you get all frustrated, it gets a breathing problem. So learn when you start to try to avoid it before you get to that point where I teach. Everybody has their own way of teaching breathing. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. I breathe through the nose, out to the tummy, and out the mouth. Then I reverse it. And I always like putting people's hands on their tummy, pushing them in, because you're always going to be amazed at how much air you can get out when you're still pushing in. Because in your tummy area, nothing through here, down and through here, you can block a lot of negative energy, and it's not going to get out until we push it in. And then I'm starting teaching again, so I'm excited. We got a big class coming up probably in November, and so we haven't decided yet.
Right.
And we're also going to have a special guest. She doesn't know this yet. In fact, it's going to be my co-host. That's going to teach a course in Reiki, and we'd be honored when we have you do that. Okay.
Yay.
We can do that.
Yay.
Enjoy that.
See, it's not just going to be me teaching or my little motor mouth. I mean, or my friend here.
Probably not this year, though.
No,
Maybe
no, it's going to be
year.
like in January.
Next year.
Yeah, when you're up to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, he gave me a.
But I'm going to be excited. I got to tell you, folks, this woman has done so many readings on the just momentarily, not sitting down doing a card reading or whatever, just saying this is going to happen, that's going to happen. She's real. She's genuine. Okay, like there's been some confusions that have been going on, and she told me that it was going to be happening, and it does. And I like to let her know when she does it, you know. And different things that she had told me about my attitude. I like to think it's getting better.
I think
it's working. I'm working hard at it. But I do have to say this: there are a couple of people out there who, if you think you're going to stop Lori and I from having our TV show, and you're going to put some kind of whammy on it, you don't know about this. I never told you about this.
I was going to say, yeah.
Okay, so I don't care because, folks, we're a little bit stronger than that. We don't take into garbage like that. No one. We've been here a long time. I've got at least another 5 years as far as I know. Unless I get, no. Not just trying to put you over there. But I've been doing this for a long time. My goal is to do 20 years and have you to do another 5 years. But that's my goal. We're going to do it. I have to do a lot of changes. I'll be the first to admit that was a wake-up call. You know what I'm talking about, without me realizing it. I didn't realize honestly. I think you told me a long time ago, and I don't think I really realized that how sarcastic I can be. And I can be without even knowing it. I know it's a natural thing or whatever, you know.
It's a learned behavior that you just picked up over the years.
Yeah,
and
you know.
Now you're
I
unlearning
also think
it.
when you come into with different people, sometimes you've been known to mimic. You will. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And because you're always out and about, you know, with doing the show, and then, you know, you're doing your readings, sometimes you run into people, and instead of clearing when you leave, that sarcasm or whatever you found in that reading may have stayed. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, but that's good.
Yeah. But when two people that were there, I did right away. I did send an apology right away, and I also am going to do it again. You know, that is never ever my intentions of offending someone unless I truly deserve it. You know, and I can do very well with that, but I'll do it in a better way.
Well, yeah. I mean, we all can. I mean, you know, we all get to a point where, you know, you don't want to push that button, because if you do, I will not be nice. You know,
I saw her touching that one time. We were talking about politics one day. She said,
"Oh, we're not going down that road."
No, I'm just saying. She said, "You don't really want to go down that way."
Yeah,
with
I will warn you.
You know.
Yeah, I will tell you flat out. You don't want to pursue this.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, exactly. I got to tell you, the spirit had my ring on me the other day. I went bananas. I got, oh my God, what did I do with it? You know, this is something that, it was a very important part of my life, and I'm sitting on my pillow. Now, I have not yet figured out how my ring got set on my pillow.
I don't know.
We have a lot of spirits there, as you know.
Yes.
There's one male spirit that really likes her, but he behaves himself because I told him he has to.
Yep, I do now and again get a little something in the back of my neck, but
he actually died in that room about 4 years ago.
Oh, okay. Because first I thought it was the fan, and then when it happened again and the fan wasn't on, I thought,
His name is Bob.
His name is Bob.
I don't think I think you came on after he passed.
Yeah.
And here's a man, I love this man dearly, I really in his own way, you know. And you know the sad part is that if you had something, if you're gay like I am, the sad part is that if you had men that come and visit you, they automatically assume, you know, and that's so sad, it's so heartbreaking when they automatically assume because you have a good male friend that things are going to be happening, and that's the farthest thing from my mind, you know. It's so sad. Do I pick on people like Bob Whitebear? Yeah. But it's so sad when people think that, oh, there must be you doing this.
Well, yeah.
But it's their mind.
It's human nature to be, well, it's not human nature. It's a learned behavior, actually.
You're right. It's a learned. So what'd you say about Bob Whitebear?
He could be coming on.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, and I do
picks on him all the time.
Well, I'm glad I'm not alone.
He brought me in a...
Fuzzy G-string.
Yeah, fuzzy G-string.
I heard that story.
You saw that one
I
too.
did. I saw it.
I think my face turned a brilliant red, didn't it?
It did.
It was one of those
you
when you
deserved it.
Yes, I
did.
You
did deserve it.
And I get pictures of it all over Facebook. Too.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and it's the quiet ones that you never think will do something like that because he is very reserved.
Who?
Bob.
Are we talking about the same Bob?
Well, see,
yeah, he is. He's pretty quiet.
You know, and I think
maybe because we know each other. You know.
Well, when you're
we got an event coming up in November, don't we?
Yeah, November.
Not for us.
November 18th for the VFW Auxiliary.
I just sent my paperwork.
She told me.
I had fun there.
It was a blast.
That's the one that I was at. That is the coziest place in there. It is cozy, and it has great. When you come through the door, it has such welcoming energy.
Yeah.
You know, and it's easy to get to. You know.
Yeah. And one old lady told me if I hadn't shown up, they would have been very disappointed. I go, oh. Fun to be treated like a celebrity.
Right.
I guess that's how they're treated. You know.
No.
I also got to tell you, one of my very first psychic parties I ever had, I had at the Oaks on Terrytown Road.
Where's the? I don't know Manchester very well.
Somewhere going toward there's somewhere off in one of the streets here, anyways.
Was that helpful?
You know where it is now? I have to tell you, I've been in this town 10 years, and I spend more time
Bridge
in
Street.
Yeah.
And we went to the Elks, and we were having a party. People were coming there, and a lot of the people got in free because they snuck in the back way, and and that's okay. But in the end, it all turned out okay. And in fact, one of the ladies that used to come and see me quite often, I hope she doesn't get her name, was Marge, and her son her nephew came Monday and saw me, and it was so much fun. Talking about the things that happened, how they've grown, and he went from a $100,000 business in 10 years to $7.8 million.
Good for him.
Good. And that's you
like to hear those
only in America.
And everyone's always saying this economy is this, economy is that, but when you hear a story like that, you realize that it's not that bad. There's always room for improvement.
And he says that 80. What did he tell me? Was 67% of the people are non-speaking people that have worked the hardest in the so-called speaking.
You speaking English? Okay.
English.
Well, speaking,
I'm sorry,
are they mute? I mean, that's where
no.
I was wondering where you're going
English.
with that.
The ones that speak English, even though they are from other countries as well, the ones that are not as linked, they think they should be telling the people who don't speak English. And he says, you know what, I'll hire 100% of them non-speaking because he worked the hardest. And he pays them government scales, so.
No, but everyone we know from other countries
Yeah.
are hardworking, family-oriented, loving people. Or at least that I know.
And he says he always makes sure that he always does a background check to make sure they're legal.
Right.
So that he doesn't want to get in trouble because it's a big business. But he's willing to sell the business. If somebody can come up with $10 million, you got the business, folks. He does government, artesian well type stuff for the government inside the road. So here's a man. It goes to show anybody I'm sure in any other country too. If you want to make it, you can do it.
Yeah, in pretty much every country.
Yeah.
There are only a few where you're highly oppressed and you can't do anything.
Yeah, it's all up to us and what we want to do in our lives.
That's true.
So what I would like to do now, if you don't mind, is speak more about healing ponds. How did you get involved in it?
I was kidnapped by you.
No, a outsider.
No, actually, I was very honored that you asked me to join the team.
Put your mic up. Put your mic up closer to you.
What do you want me to do?
Your microphone.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I was very honored that you asked me to join the team. You and I hadn't seen one another in eons.
Not many years, yeah. Well, I'm only 34, so be careful.
Okay. Well, I'm only 31, so.
Okay, see.
So, and as you know, in my past, I did do some things in the community. When I was working for DEC, I was doing Hadassah, I was doing the Girl Scout Council and Junior Achievement and things like that. When I lived in California, I was also very active in the community. But I found here in Manchester it was hard to find that niche. And I'm not saying anything derogatory about the city because this is a very beautiful city. There's a great deal of history in this city. So when I met you, who knew? Who knew that, 30 years later I'd be back bothering you?
I know.
So I don't know if you know the story. Norm gave me my start on the path. I was working for a major corporation here, and we used to go, and I met some people at work who were attending Norm's seminars, and we used to call it Norm Night.
I actually am very well qualified, folks. Otherwise, I wouldn't be having class. It's just like, I have an A1 teacher. When she's up to it, she feels better. We're going to have her do a lot of like aura colors. You can do.
I teach people to see auras.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. So, and she doesn't know it yet. She's going to be having another class on Reiki. We're going to keep her busy to earn money for herself. Okay, and also goes to help our program.
Right. Exactly.
One of the key questions that I ask: who am I?
Right.
And if you don't do that part of your homework first, then I'm not going to talk to you.
Yep.
Because I think it's important that we know who we are before we get going.
Yep, it was the first assignment. I remember that. We had to do that.
She kept saying to me, but I can't do it. I don't know.
And then I found out I did know.
Helped you through it. I think my ex-wife used to give you a little extra pointers when I wasn't looking.
Well, no, your ex-wife used to try to get me to come back to my chair when you would give us a break, because I am the social butterfly. And then,
oh, God, it was awful. We'd have to wait 10 minutes for her to get through chatting. I mean, right there, but it was fun.
It was fun. We had fun, and I used to enjoy talking to his wife, because we used to compare notes as to where we bought our suits and our bow ties and our shoes and things like that, and I was not the only one that was up and out of my seat. And then he sent me, may she rest in peace, to Ramona Garcia. Mm. And she was the next step on my journey. Yeah. And then she sent me to a healing group here in Manchester, New Hampshire. And the path has been that way ever since that time.
And she's also a very good teacher.
Thank you.
And we can keep her concentrating without her mind fluttering like a little butterfly.
Ain't that the pot calling the kettle black?
Hey. But one of the things that I'm also looking at, anyway, so get back onto this, it was really great, but this foundation that we have going, Healing Pots. Yep. By the way, there were 3 other. Why couldn't put 4 healing pots?
Right, exactly.
The government said no.
Yep.
You got to go with the government says. And we're also going to be offering, once we get everything established, we'll put it on there, free grooming for people who can't afford to have their pet groomed. And the reason I got that going was one of her neighbors come up with a dog, and that poor dog, my heart just went out to it. I said, that's it. We got to offer something as well, And if they can't afford it, we'll pay for it. And we cannot remember this, folks. We cannot ask you to send payments back to us, because then we're running a business. But we can ask you to please donate back whatever you can afford to give back to us.
Right.
And that we can't set up a fee.
Probably be down the road a piece, because we know that eventually, if we believe in the path, that what goes out comes back at some point in time. It may not come back in the way that you think it will be, or in the time frame. Right. But I do think that, especially in organizations like this, where they are 501c, this is not something new. Here in the state of New Hampshire, there are a lot of them that operate. Mm-hmm. We like to think that ours is a little bit different in that we have truly focused it on just this. Because I think when you start to do this, then you lose that focus, and it doesn't serve the community.
Yes, I agree. But that's my concern with offering the grooming. Is
that's
where else do you branch off? And the other thing is it, so are you going to pay for this lady's dog to be groomed every 8 weeks?
No.
Or,
this would probably,
you know what I mean?
Once, it's maybe once or twice.
Maybe once when they've been ill. Right. If the kitty or the puppy has been ill, or the guinea pig or whatever, then that's something that we would do as part of the treatment. We wouldn't be we wouldn't be doing this every time, because, like you say, it does remove the focus.
Too dependent, not going to allow.
Right. That's that's my
not
concern.
only that, but if it were part of the treatment, if the animal, because the pet had been so sick that they weren't able to do that, then we would hopefully funding permitting, be able to help them with that. So when that darling goes home, we're good. You know, our furs are
part of the healing process.
It is.
Right. That's what we're looking at.
Right.
Yeah.
That I think is wonderful.
You know, now that I've started this program, there's a lot of like the groomers. I've got like 3 or 4 groomers. However, the part of being part of our group is you have to be registered or certified. Are they are they certified? Do they have to have a license for New Hampshire?
Yes, you do.
You do? Okay, well, they have to show that to us. And the only ones that...
and insured.
And insured, absolutely.
That's the big thing.
Same way we're going to be having the vets will be calling us directly.
Right.
On the vet office. Because you know and I know that, and then if you say, okay, go to the vet, and then, you know.
Well, the other thing, too, when you're thinking about grooming, especially with a pet who's been ill, it may be a case of just doing a trim to get the knots out and things like that so that they're more comfortable.
Right.
Because it does irritate their skin.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, absolutely.
And the nails.
The nails
are a big thing that people don't realize how important that is.
It's very important. And, you know, Jeannie will be leaving us. So I found another groomer for Timmy. Chai is pretty good. You know, she's short-furred and she's a little Siamese, and I do 1 claw at a time over a period of 8 days because that's about all she's going to let me do. But she also keeps herself relatively clean.
And your dog.
Yes, and she does give Timmy a bath. This is a 3 times a day.
That's just sweet.
It is. You know, he'll eat something.
Yeah.
And he's covered. And he'll pop up on the sofa when she's there, and she's like, "Oh no, this will never do."
Yeah.
Yeah. No. You can't. No. Definitely not.
He loves it.
Yeah, I know he does, and she's very good. Like she gets in the ears, and she's in between the pads of his paws, and then she flips him over. And Justin was the same way. Jeannie used to joke that he didn't have a choice. You know, this is going to get done.
Yeah, that's like my son's dog is 15, and he used to jump, and I miss it because he used to jump on my lap, and now he can't get about 2 of them. It was so much fun. I took him for a walk over by where they live. I took him for a walk, and it was just like the old time. He was trucking along there, but they also knew that. And he knew when he had to turn around and come back, you know.
Yeah.
They know. And like my dog, she's 13, and when she thinks she's had enough, and it's her, believe me, when she decides that she wants to stay outside, we say, I don't care how cold it is, we're out there. And that's okay, because you know what, it's the babies. That's the way we allow them to be. And I'm going to go on to this one and say, parents, take lessons for your children, for your animals. Your animals are going to give you the unconditional love. And your children are going to, as they're growing up, are going to give you that unconditional love, you know. But anyway, back to what is, and Lori knows for you, ever since I first met you, that this has been my goal.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, this has been my dream. This has been my dream. And I will not take any credit. I'm going to give the credit. If it goes good, I'm going to blame it all on her.
I knew that was coming. Coming.
No, actually, what I'm going to do is give everybody credit. Kate is my assistant. We work together. We do it very well together. Welcome aboard, Bob.
Hey, Bob.
Welcome aboard, Bob.
Okay.
Been a crazy afternoon.
Yeah.
We were all saying that we've had the same kind of day.
It's got to be the weather. I swear, I've been all goofied up.
Well, we got my roommate out to the doctor's yesterday. He came home. He seemed fine. His doctor called and sent an ambulance to come get him and sort of like threw everything off.
Oh, what happened?
I'm not even sure yet. One of his levels was off, so they got him in overnight.
Is he diabetic?
Yep.
We have Bob Whitebear Olson just came in. Bob is a flute master. Maker. I'm not going to say what I'm going to. I just meant we're on TV.
No master.
No. And Bob, is that a new one you just made, or is that one you've been
That's one of the ones I have made, yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful.
It is beautiful.
Isn't that beautiful?
It's stunning.
And Bob has got his ear. Are you ready to play a song? Or you want to catch your breath first?
Give me a second.
All right. Okay, well then, Bob, we're going to be, we're talking about there's no event this year from us. We're all set. Because I had to cancel out the UUC one for September.
October.
October. And then I canceled the one in November because I forgot Veterans Day. There's a lot of other going on. So what we're actually doing is we're going to get together. Maybe if you like to join our meeting, we'll have a bigger and better event going. Indoor, outdoor is my goal. I would encourage people, when you said to do it outdoor and want it indoor, to bring their own tents if they have them. And we'll try to find a way to supply them. Excuse me, folks. And but it's going to be bigger, and we're going to have a lot of work. When we now have an attorney for us, I got 2.
So we have a choice.
Yeah,
that's excellent.
And we have an accountant. So now I'm thinking about letting people know, and maybe because it's going to be the first time I can go to Blake's and have a luncheon, and because I don't think I'd have enough room for 12 people.
I think that's a good idea. I think that would be. I think that would be a very good idea.
Yeah. And Lori, of course, if you feel up to it, you're welcome to come to the meeting and have a coffee or tea.
When it is.
We'll let you know. And some depends on how you feel.
Yeah,
okay.
Trust me, everything
Bob
depends
obviously
on
is going to be welcome to come aboard.
Yeah.
But I'm excited, and we had a computer donated to us.
Yes, I know that. I saw it. It's very, very
now
nice.
Now I'm going to get a phone, but it's growing. It really is. It doesn't seem like once I get somebody into the account, then we can go up to the state and be completely registered with the state.
It's come a long way from that idea.
Yes, I have. Yes, I have. But I'm not going to take full credit. I'm going to miss Bossy here.
Oh, it's taken a lot of people working together to make it
happen.
Really
Exactly. And I was just going to say that,
And if that's like, I was great when I set it up. It reminded me the first time I started doing my second event, I had to do it myself. I had to do it. And you know what? It flopped. I learned from it. Don't get me wrong. I'll never call it a failure because we raised money for the project I wanted. Then we went back again, and it's club that we went to kind of stacked the bill, shall we say, but I've learned each step, everything is a learning experience. Then I had a big one at Commercial Street. You was at that studio on my show, weren't you? At the old studio, yeah, on Commercial Street. I would love to have had that studio there. They had a big showroom in the back. They had plenty of room. We could have all kinds of vendors.
Yep.
Of course, then I had my little private room when nobody, could, I had meetings done privately.
You can pay to watch Norm pole dance.
That's right. And honestly, I did raise a lot of money for the studio back because I realized we did the 50-50, and I didn't, because honestly, whenever I did events, I never got paid for them. I always thought that this is what we were doing. It was a charity, so until I got a couple of rude awakenings, and they weren't very nice letters either. But you know what? It's okay because I learned from it.
Right.
So then we started doing the 50-50, and this is what we're going to be doing whenever we have events for others. The vendors obviously, but this is how you learn. And you have to learn, like when I started doing it at the Unitarian Church, I didn't have to do this by myself anymore. When my daughter-in-law, I shouldn't say by myself, because my daughter-in-law as my partner, Scott and I, we all did it together. Every event I've always had the support. And if you don't have that support, you're really not going to go anywhere. I don't care whether it's for our foundation that we're doing. I don't care if it's for somebody making the longest flute or whatever. If you don't have that support, you're not going to go anywhere. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Folks, we do have Bob Whitebear here. And, Olson. Who am I flipping out here? I got to stop.
You are
getting
flipping out.
Yeah. Bob, you are a flute maker.
Right.
You write your own tunes.
My spirit writes them. I just play them.
Okay. Your truck running okay after that event at the VFW?
Oh, yeah.
Can I tell that story?
Oh, go for it.
All right.
Oh, I missed this one.
Have you heard that story yet?
Well, I was kind of part of it for a little while.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but I wasn't.
That's right. Bob and I couldn't figure out why his car would...
Well, I'd just been through a whole series of events with the car, getting it fixed, and then I showed up at the event, and I went out to start it to leave, and it wouldn't start. So like, oh man, I got a dead battery.
Oh, that's
we
right,
fought, tried to get a jump start, and it still didn't want to start. Finally, I got in the car, and it felt like I got hit upside the head, and it said, check to see if it's park. So I put it in park, and the car started. I never put it in park when I stopped.
my daughter-in-law came down, you came, we're all there, and I'm just sitting there vegging out. I want to enjoy it, but we couldn't do it because we were there, no. But I had fun, though, at that event. Are you going to be back there?
It was a fun event.
Yeah.
When is it?
You're invited. It's November 18th.
Okay.
I just don't have your email address, apparently. So I couldn't.
Give me another card.
Because I can put on you picking we'll offer breakfast.
I have
we had fun. I had a lot of fun there.
That was a great day. It's a very, very nice place. It's very
really
welcoming.
is.
There you go.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I will make sure Kimberly gets this information as well.
Yeah. And it was fun. The atmosphere was great. I met a lot of interesting people there. And of course, I had a reunion with a lot of the people that were there.
Yeah.
Well, for a first-time event, there were a fair number of people there, too. So.
Yeah, for the first time. And, it was so successful that another VFW has asked her to go out to Rochester to do an event out there. Now, I don't know if that's going to work out or not, but...
Well, gee, that's a great opportunity.
Right. Yeah, I won't be going to Rochester, but when I get the information, I'll let you guys know.
Yeah. But the thing that they were, the thing I learned was from the VFW, there was no alcohol at all in there, right? No, when we were there, nobody was drinking.
Not in the readers
Not
section.
in the functions,
No,
but in the bar they were.
They were, but I mean,
Right.
they didn't bring it in and stuff.
No, nobody brought it.
That's where I made my
Yeah.
mistake. I allowed people to come in with, they could go to the bar and they could drink and all that. And that's where I made my mistake.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
that's
I
not a
said
good
that would
idea.
never
Yeah.
happen
Well,
again.
you learned from that, and then
Oh, I have no regrets because I
Yep.
learned a heck of a lot from it, I even got on the table and did a table dance.
Oh,
For some reason, they
Lord.
told me I couldn't do that anymore.
Yeah, I can't imagine why. How silly.
I know. Lord
Right?
love a duck.
I kept my pants on, I didn't keep my shirt on, that's all. I had had a smoke of cigarette.
Yeah, I really don't need any more details.
Oh, that's already too much information.
Yeah.
Well, that was fun anyway.
I'm good.
TMI. Too
And
much.
the time we had at the American Legion over on up in Amory Street, and let me say, poured. It was then back in I think it was like in October, where it was. And they had that big flood about 10 years ago. I mean, it was flooding, and I mean, it was like a tornado. You remember that tornado said about 10 years ago? Now, that got a lot of hurt and a lot of damage.
Oh, I remember that. Yep.
Okay. It was not a good day. Believe me, the spirits were crying for me on that day. Folks, give us a call. You get any ideas of how we can raise money or whatever? Give us a call. Whatever the number is, it's on there anyway. So,
And by all means,
It's
stay
right
in
here,
touch.
honey. 640-3091.
And we'll get rid of the Bob.
Yeah, show
I suppose
everybody
you want
this
some music.
beautiful,
Yes, please.
beautiful
Hold it
instrument.
up so that she can see. We got a great.
Holy cow.
Yeah, there you go. We
That
have a
is
great camera
stunning.
person. Awesome.
Awesome. Very, very nice.
Done by Bob White. Is there a title to that?
I have no idea what I just played.
Really? Now, would you be able to play that again? Maybe down the road, or does it just come?
It depends upon if I put myself in the same place, in the same emotion, spirit. Something similar will come out.
Yeah. And you play as well, right?
I do. I bought my flute from Bob, and I play it all the time.
She's come a long way.
It's
hasn't played for me yet.
No, I'm still afraid to do that. We'll get there one day.
No fear. There are no mistakes, just lessons.
Yeah.
I've been taking mine out, and I felt kind of wacky, so yeah, I've been using excuses not to like it.
There you go.
And then Jeannie won one of your.
Yep.
An auction. And I'm hoping that Bob, you will by then will auction it off too. Okay. I have a question for all of you. Like, if I get stuff like that, we'll say waiting to play another event, can I online auction some of this stuff off to go to the? What are the legalities?
I don't know.
I don't know. We'd have to.
Talk to my lawyer.
Yeah, you have to now, so talk to one.
Yeah. The one that volunteered besides Steve, he was a great guy.
He is a great guy.
I have a book for November 8th.
He and Elix, they're both great.
They were great.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, I should definitely be back by then.
Yeah.
Hopefully I only miss 1 week, God willing.
And you're coming in to take her place.
Yes, I am. Okay. I'll be here
to take her place. Well, I'm tempted. We can't take her place. But
I was just going to say that. I'm going.
She's one of a kind.
Right. Okay. So I'm just keeping the seat warm for you, Lori.
Thank you.
Okay.
You're going to keep her seat warm for her.
Yep. And I'm going to behave.
Yeah. Oh, don't do that.
I know.
How boring is that?
I know. And it would scare. Well, no, that could be fun though.
That'd be very scary.
I could have a great time with that.
Yeah. Shall I tell them about you and Paul? And one of the classes where you shook him all up?
Oh, yeah. Paul. Well, he deserved it.
He really thought she was going to strip him down and make him run around. Because he was bragging about how, all this other stuff. And I went up to him and I said, you should never, ever say that to her because you're going to be in trouble.
He was just one of those people that, I mean, there could be 20 people in his seminars, and this person just had to be the center of attention. It was just.
First of all, you never take attention away from me. No, I'm only kidding. So, Bob, have you got any events coming up?
Nothing offhand. The only one I had got canceled, so the only event I got coming up is surgery.
Oh,
you are going to have surgery?
Yeah, the 7th.
Oh.
So we will for healing for you. Now, is it a minor danger, or is it on your leg again?
Oh, just a hernia. Just got to pop it in mesh and say, go home.
Yeah.
Isn't it amazing what they can do today in surgery?
Energy.
Yeah.
When I had my gallbladder removed, 4 hours later I was home sitting there eating a pizza.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you shouldn't have been eating the pizza.
I was just going to
say. Great. The doctor gave me the challenge, so I took him up on it. Yeah. Then I ended up going up to Lebanon, and this guy was tall, redhead, and I was coming out of the anesthesiology, and they gave me and they kept telling me I had to make sure my eyebrows were made out because the gorgeous dot. Oh God, I just got all out of control. And he come out and he said, "Where you going?" I said, "Home." He said, "I'm not done talking with you." I go, "Oh, that's all we're gonna do." But it's one medicine has come a long way from what I was first into it. And it really has. Like you just said with yours.
My last hip replacement, I was off crutches and walking without a cane in less than 2 weeks.
Really?
Which is amazing.
That's wonderful.
Is,
yep.
When most people today, when I think about all these people that I've lost through, I had one of my favorite aunt lost her legs back in the 50s because there was nothing they could do for the diabetes back in them days, And when I think about that, then I think about today when we have come and like animals, when they used to take animals with, and the things that they can do with the animals today, but the price they pay for it too, I realize, folks, it's expensive for the doctors to go to college and get all their degrees and their positions. But I also want to express, please, folks, so if you're a doctor, if you're a veterinarian, think about the animal. Think about the people. Like when people that had that surgery done and she didn't have enough money to pay for the medication, they were going to literally have that poor dog being paid until it got hit. I'm sorry, that's not cool. So that's why we're doing this.
Yep.
Oh yeah, shuffle these.
Oh.
We're going to put her on the spot, ladies and gentlemen.
This ought to be good.
I love doing that.
We'll see if
Yeah, he
Kate
gets a
and Norm are
kick out of it
friends.
every Thursday night.
So what's the actual date of your event coming up?
We don't have it.
You don't have the actual date yet.
No, not yet.
Right.
It's going to be either in that's what we're going to send out a formation. I'm looking at probably April. And then that's going to be indoor, outdoor.
Yep.
And I would advise if we're going to have indoor, outdoor, I'm going to find a place. And if anybody, you, Bob, or anybody knows of a place where we can go and do it, I want it to be one of the biggest and best we've ever had. And I want it to be so one area with just readers and one area by itself.
Yep.
Another will be the Reiki energy. Another will be like,
Yeah, exactly.
the cooking and the animals.
Yep.
It's going to be the most unusual event that one could ever ask for.
It's going to be
Bob is
abnormal,
going to
then.
wear his
Unusual.
Right, which is good.
Yeah, I don't
Always a
want
good thing.
unusual.
There
And
you
Bob
go.
is going to play the flute with a G-string hung on his shirt. I'll get around that with a feather.
Man, I got to make another one for Scott.
There you go.
It's only fair.
There's a long story with that, folks.
Yeah.
And the fact that picture is all over Facebook.
Awesome.
You know.
Had a lot of fun with that.
Yeah, we did. We have a lot of fun with that. And also, you know, another event that I want to have doing is almost like high schools competing with each other for the home ec cooking class. Which high school can cook the better meal, you know, and the healthiest meal. And give a prize for that with all the donations before that, you know, afterwards will go in. I have a lot of events I have in mind. You know, I just got to learn how to work with them. And I got to understand, this is my biggest problem, folks, that I have to swallow my pride and allow other people to help me. You know,
You got to. It's new ideas. And
Exactly.
everybody, we all have them all. We all have
everyone's got
something
other
good,
expertise in
And-
areas that you might
exactly.
be weak in.
Right.
Yep.
you know.
It's a team. Takes
So
a village.
This is a team. This event that we got. You know,
I know, it hurts to say it, right?
this is a team effort. Even my chatterbox, not you, what's her name? Charles's wife, Lisa. You know. But it's not going to be just one person. I realize now I can't. When I got so big, the last one, not the last one, the one before that, when I realized I have to have help, and that's when you popped in.
Who knew?
I outgrew. Yeah, I really didn't. I suspected that I was going to need help, but you know, pride goes before the fall. Isn't that what they say, or whatever? I expected I'm going to need it, but I wasn't reluctant to do it. Being a Leo, what do you expect, right? Especially being a triple Leo.
It's just funny you brought up the high schools. I had an event last weekend. Last week I went to Friday. Graduating class that I moved away from my junior year.
Oh,
Wow.
nice.
So I went back to see people I hadn't seen in 46 years.
So you went to a class reunion.
Well, there were a few of us there. It was impromptu. One of them was getting ready to leave the country, so she just sort of like said, let's throw this together, whoever can make it. It was kind of cool.
Nice.
That is.
Had a good time.
That is nice.
That is nice.
I've often wanted to do that after, well, I've been out for since 63. Of course, I'm only 34, so, you know. But,
He does that new math.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah. And you don't have to marry them.
Yeah, but they're talking, so I'm just
Oh,
letting them
okay.
talk. So I'll put them back.
Okay. No, if they're talking to you, keep
No,
doing it.
I got the message.
Okay.
Actually, they were talking about.
I think Steve was impressed with the reading I gave him, don't you?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. But they're going to be coming in, and I'm planning a medium show. Not you and I are going to need to work more on.
Okay.
A medium show where I could have like Steve. and-
Steven.
Steven.
Just
Oh,
saying.
that's right, Steven.
Steven.
And like that, different ones that come in, donations, half and half. Okay, take out 5 cards.
That was one of the interesting things too, because one of my classmates is a
don't,
medium.
don't, yeah, not yet. Yeah.
All right, we already saw that one, so we'll turn this.
One of my
Gotta take
classmates
it
is a
back.
medium.
Yeah, don't show
Oh,
them
yeah?
to them.
All right.
Just
Alrighty.
We got 5 more. Yeah. I'm also teaching a young man who is that way. One of the things I'm looking at you as a child. Did you go to a Catholic school?
I have had the nuns since I was 4 years old. I actually used to dream about have
I got
nightmares.
one more.
I got one more. I actually used to dream about penguins chasing me. So my parents sent me to school very young because I could read by the time I was 2.5, and I could write my name, and it's not that I'm a prodigy, I'm not, it's just that my parents were older when they had us, so you parent differently.
right.
So yes,
Love, love, love. You have a lot of love to give to people, but you're forgetting to love yourself. Okay, you really know it's important that we love ourselves. That
This is
really
true.
Really, that's the number one important thing in the world. Because when we love ourselves, we can show much more. Like you love Timmy,
oh, yeah,
and you love your kitty cat. Clear?
yes, yep.
Okay. And they love you back, no doubt in my mind. Same way with your brother and all your friends that you have it. Now it's time for you to look in the mirror and say, you know, I do deserve to love myself.
Thank
And if
you.
you don't love yourself, you know, I'm conceited. I'll be the first one to admit it. I have an ego that's out here at times.
Yeah, think?
You know?
But that's different than loving yourself.
Right, I was
No,
just
I
gonna
bring it back in, too. But I do love myself. There are days when I don't know I really. But I think loving yourself is really the most important thing in the world. Because that way you are able to love your parents, your dog, or whatever, and your new relationships that you're going into.
Okay,
Okay? I also have to tell you, your mother's very proud of you.
thank you,
She also told me to thank you for the care that you love that you gave to her.
thank you.
And your love was very unconditional, and you weren't afraid to show it. That she said she understands that you sacrificed a lot for her.
I don't consider it a
But
sacrifice.
you know what? You know, and she really appreciates it. Okay. I don't know. There's a nursing home that you go visit, and I want you to know that your mother appreciates. Is she related to you? Is there a lady down
Actually,
there?
I have spent the last 2.5 weeks with my cousins on my mother's side. My brother and I had the babies. My parents married, long story short, very late in life, and so my cousins who were here visiting are 76 and 77. I have another cousin who's 86, and that is who I was visiting in the nursing home.
They want you to know that they're ready to bring her home.
I think home when we're talking on the other side.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's what I call home. Now
That's
think
what I
about
call
it, that
home.
is home, isn't it?
It is home. It's home for all of us.
You know, and she doesn't want, she doesn't want her own glamour life. She wants a very peaceful crossover, and she wants to do it alone.
I know that.
She doesn't want anybody in the room.
Right.
You know, a lot of people, they don't, you know how animals, when they want to cross over, they go somewhere they hide
Right.
by themselves and let the spirits
A lot of
go.
times, yeah.
And a lot of times people want to do that, but we, in our own selfishness ways, want to be there with them to say goodbye, okay? And Laurie and I talk about funerals and stuff, you know. I also will tell you,
I knew this was going to happen.
Giggles.
you're pretty fickled in relationships, aren't you?
I'm sorry?
You're pretty fickled in
fickle?
relationships.
Fickle, yeah.
You're afraid to be loved.
Oh, well, I love to be loved, but I like it on my terms.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And it doesn't always work on just one person's terms. It has to be both of you have to.
You know, you have to figure that you're talking to an Aries here with Gemini rising.
Right,
You
and
got to
you
figure
need
out
to-
which
yeah,
twin you're
yeah.
talking to.
And you need to be happy cooking a meal once in a while.
Oh, I hate to cook. I will do housework till I'm blue in the face.
She doesn't cook in a stove. She got a brand new stove there. I don't think it's ever been used.
That's all right. I know lots of people that go out to eat all the time.
Yeah, you know. And I also will tell you that Timmy will be very happy with the person that you're going to meet.
Oh, that's nice. I'm
Okay.
glad to know.
Because they don't pass Timmy's test and they don't pass anybody's test.
That's always been the case. The same with Justin.
One thing I'm also going to tell you, there's two people that are coming out from your high school reunion or some kind of a high school that you might have went to that were not very cool to you, but they're going to come out and they're going to apologize. One isn't going to apologize only half-heartedly, and it's a woman who's very jealous of you because you've come a long way and she's gone nowhere, okay? And she's going to offer some apologies to you.
Oh, that's interesting because I have been chatting with an old friend of mine, a couple old friends on Facebook, and we have been chatting about getting together. This is like the 4th attempt we've had. That's very interesting. I think I know who that is.
It's going to happen.
Yeah.
What's in Wisconsin?
See, I don't know anyone in Wisconsin.
And I've seen somebody from Wisconsin, or you're going to visit Wisconsin. Okay. Expect to do a lot of traveling.
Oh.
You like to travel?
I used to travel a lot for my job.
But this is friendship traveling.
Okay.
Okay. It's not just your job. Okay. And you better be prepared to buy a special seat for Timmy.
Yep.
And Cleo. I also am going to tell you I'm very concerned about. There's someone near you in his late 50s, early 60s that are very concerned about their health.
Okay.
It's a male person. You already know who the person is. Okay. And he's a very stubborn person, won't listen to anybody, thinks that psychics are not real and all this. And I like that when they do that. Does it faze you?
Doesn't faze me.
It doesn't faze me either. I am who I am.
Actually, it makes me feel sad for them.
I do too.
You know. And I also will tell you the people that you're working for, there's a big job coming to them.
Yes.
Tell them not to be so discouraged. Let it happen. Somewhere from New York. Okay, you're going to get a bonus out of it.
Yes, we are in the process at this point.
You are? Oh, good.
It was one of my...
Your friend who's moving to the other state, I'm not going to mention names, I don't think it's important. I know that you're going to visit her for a while, but I don't see her being there for a long period of time.
I hate this when he does this.
My giggles?
Yeah. This goes on Thursday night. He starts giggling, and I think, here we go.
This guy is the biggest goofball, worse than I am.
I find that hard to believe.
No comment.
You're going to protect me, right?
You're on your own.
Oh, gee.
This is Norm we're talking about.
Would it help if I told you my spirit guide's an Indian?
Not going to help.
This guy's name, and you've known him from your past, in your past life, that you've known him from. His name is Kenneth or Ken. He looks like and appears like a goofball. He doesn't care what he wears. He can wear a black shirt with a polka dot yellow tie, or he can wear a yellow shirt with a striped tie. He would close, or his mannerism. He's just goofy, but he's also a very intelligent man. He's like what you would almost call a mad scientist. That's how intelligent he is. You know, okay? And you'll fit right in with him. You'll be just as goofy as he will be.
In other words, you're going to have a lot of fun.
There you go.
Right, that's what it is.
And I'm liking that.
Yeah.
You're going to laugh a lot.
Yeah. And your dog is really good at be very... And one thing I do know, your dog will be very jealous of you with him.
Oh.
Not you being with him, but you paying that attention, and that means that your dog is going to want more attention from him.
Oh.
Okay, so be prepared. And he loves ice cream, this guy.
Oh, well, that's going to go well in my house, because I'm an ice cream. There's always ice cream in my house.
And he really enjoys life, but he's also very spiritual.
Okay.
Okay. When I say he's spiritual, I mean he's not going to walk around spiritually guided, and all that other stuff. He's just going to be very soul. And he plays many, many instruments.
Oh, interesting.
Okay. And I can't say that. I'm on TV. It's going to be nasty.
No, you can't say that.
No.
Nope.
I can say he enjoys extracurricular activities.
Oh.
Lots of fun.
That way.
Oh, okay.
Lots of giggles.
Yes. He's also an artist. Like these little, you know how you take these little macrame things here? Like
macrame?
Yeah. He does a lot of that. And he has built 3 teepees.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. I want to meet this amazing man.
And he really is. He's very quiet. He's not tall, like I said. He's goofy. But he also takes whatever he learns very seriously. Financially, he's really okay. Okay? You don't have to support him.
That's a good thing.
Yeah. And in fact, he would not allow you to.
Oh, that's even better.
And he has a goofy-looking car.
It's a goofy-looking car.
Yeah, it's kind of dirty, needs to be washed once in a while. And he's also a non-smoker.
Oh, that's going to be, yeah, well, I don't smoke in my house.
Oh, no, he'll let you know, he doesn't care what you do.
Thank you.
Okay.
That's good for him.
Yeah. But he will never suggest you stop. He will never do anything like that. But he'll say, how about if I give you a candy bar instead of a cigarette or something like that?
Well, candy works on me, too. I mean, if you feed me, I'm fine. Yeah.
You've been to a hell and back the last 10 years, huh?
That's been interesting. It's been part of the journey. I've actually documented it.
Yeah,
it's part of my memoirs.
And also, you still got a few more dark sides coming through. Nothing serious, but they're still going to be good. It's teaching you how to cope with your emotions.
Oh. I mean, no more tantrums?
No more tantrums. There's nothing wrong with having tantrums. When you
That's good because I have some great ones.
Oh, me too. Hey, Bob, you would have been proud of me. I went to Blake's, the Hawaiian restaurant, right?
You behaved?
Yes, I did. I actually gave this woman loved my brightest. I was going to wear him in my sunglasses.
Yeah.
What's his name? Elton John type glasses here. I just bought them.
I know you told me this. Yeah.
And I love them. And all of a sudden, my spirit says, "Give it to her." I go, "No." And give it to her. I go, "No. I want to wear them." I said, "Give it to her." I end up giving to her. And that's a big change for me. Mm-hmm. Oh, I think when you and I went up to dinner. No, Alan.
You and I went out when we met those two women there. Yeah. That was fun.
Oh yeah, and that too. I also will tell you. You have a sister?
I would have had a sister.
She passed, right?
Yeah, this didn't even get earthbound. It was earthbound, but yes, she died very young.
Back, okay. But I also will tell you, you have a cousin?
I've been spending the last 2.5 weeks with my cousin.
Okay, but you got another one that's with me coming out that you're not even aware of that you have.
Oh, really? Oh, I like that.
You're also going to meet a half-sister.
A half-sister?
Before your dad and mom got married or whatever, all I know is that she's like in her late 60s. Well, and when you see her, you're going to look like, imagine the two of you, oh my God, help us all.
Everyone in the family says, I've just spent the last 2.5 weeks with my cousins.
Yeah.
I'm a baby cousin, there's a lot of age difference, so I've spent the last 2.5 weeks with them, off and on.
Right.
I also want to compliment you. You're going to find a missing wallet, you're going to turn it in. That's going to be about $5 grand in the wallet.
I would definitely, that's...
Then the temptation, do I keep it? Do I turn it in?
No, I could no. Yeah, no.
Not at all. No, because you know what? You never know. That's like I found a set of car keys, and I wasn't paying attention. I put them in my pocket. I thought they might be Terry's. They weren't. And so we took them back. The lady tried to accuse us of wanting to take a car. I said, if I'd have known that, I would have thrown them in the trash. But that's okay. She got her car keys back. She saved $300. Be careful on your credit card.
Okay.
Seriously. Make sure you change the PIN number every so often.
Okay.
And the reason being is because there are people get more into knowing how to pop into the credit card deal. One of the things I also will tell you, and I'm going to tell you as well, Bob, is when you go to get gas, double check where the are, because they have these things they can take your credit card number
and pay card information.
Yeah.
So please double check on that.
May I ask a question?
Sure.
My cousins, Noreen and Bill.
I'm sorry?
My cousins that were here, Noreen and Bill.
Right.
Are they okay?
Yeah.
Well,
Bill, his health isn't, no.
Right. Okay.
Noreen, she's really psychic.
I've always,
But she doesn't want to use it because she's afraid of it.
Right.
Okay. And that's sad, but that's up to them.
Right. So everything we talked about, the time
it's okay.
We're okay now?
You're okay now.
Okay.
They have to learn to forgive. You don't have to forgive them.
But they
don't have to forgive. You did nothing wrong.
Right, exactly.
Okay? But they have to learn to forgive themselves.
Exactly.
That's what I want to say. I actually see you going down there to visit them.
It's funny, it's been so great to have them here the past 2.5 weeks.
I remember you were terrified.
Yeah, at first because I didn't want to walk down a certain road with them, and so it worked out very well. And I was really glad that they're here because I'll get to see the kids and things like that, We were taking a walk down memory lane, and we took a lot of walks down memory lane. And when I was a little girl, I wasn't the easiest child in the world. I was very precocious. I know you find that hard to believe.
That's got to be impossible, right?
So I used to get a chair ride to the table so I wouldn't be late for dinner. And we were chatting, and I said, this is like a walk back in time for me. I said, I went from getting a chair ride to giving chair rides to my friends' children as they grew up. So I said, I did it with them when they were younger, and now I'm doing it with the grandkids. And we sat in the restaurant and we were laughing, and they said, "Oh my God, we remember the chair ride. The reason we gave you the ride is we didn't want you to be late for dinner because I'd get distracted." I know you.
Not you.
No. And so we were laughing about it at dinner, and Bill said, we're giving chair rides to the grandchildren and the great-grandchildren, and I said, so there you have it. This seems to be customary.
Your father is saying you were always a quiet instigator.
Yeah.
They knew you did it, but they couldn't prove it.
That's because I'm very good at what I do.
Right. But I also want you to know that they're very proud of you.
Thank you.
Both, and your grandparents. Bob, a message for you from your dad passed, right?
Oh, yeah.
Who's the gentleman that passed? Because there's a male image I'm getting.
Not yet.
Did your grandfather pass?
Long time ago.
On your father's side?
Yeah.
Okay. You were a lot like him, and he's proud that you're carrying through his beliefs. Okay? And he's hoping to take and stay strong. Okay? And is your mother having a hard time breathing?
Not that I know
of. Which she would tell you anyways.
Oh, she'd tell me. They're in Texas, high and dry right now, so.
Okay. Are they good? Good. That could be worse. Maybe you should try to take a. Do you talk to them at all while they're down there?
Yeah, I just talked to them a couple days this last week.
I'm actually seeing you taking a trip down there.
We're in
I'm overdue.
I'm not sure if you're going to come back when you say you're going to come back. And I'm actually looking at could be a new way of life for you down there. Are you from Texas?
Nope. They met in Texas.
Oh.
Oh, they did? Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. But how would you feel about living down that area?
Not going to happen.
Okay.
I can't see it.
Been there. Nice place to visit.
Because I do see some time there. And I think that would be very good for you, for all of you. Okay. I also will tell you your son's got a promotion coming.
That what?
Your son has a promotion coming.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I don't know. You're going to make everybody, wonder what you're doing for the next 30 years.
Well, that's why I'm here. It's that simple. Thank you.
One of the things I will tell you also that you have I can't think of the word now, boy. I'm getting absent-minded today. And I haven't been smoking. Maybe that's my problem.
Maybe that is the problem.
And Klondike bear is your animal guide.
That there is a bear, yeah.
Klondike bear, and then a more vicious one of all, and that is your animal guide. You could actually, you have several animal guides, okay? You could actually go into a lawn with a lot of the animals that are your guides here that would probably kill a lamb or you, because that's how they're Mother Nature. But with you, you could hold a lamb and they would actually protect you.
Interesting. Well, I know I do have a constant stream. It depends on what I'm doing.
One of the things that both of you have are two very powerful totem poles. And I always think it's an honor if someone has a totem pole.
Interesting. Is that that's going to be from White Cloud?
And it's from your own heritage. It's not from your parents. It's not from it's from you and your past life. You were a helter-skelter in your past life.
Oh, I can, yeah.
You're just carrying on now.
Yep.
Bob, you have another tune you can play for us.
Oh, I'm sure something will come through.
And you have a website?
BobWhitebear.com.
Okay, and they get how to make the drums. I mean,
I don't mean
flute.
to touch that, but
Not how to, but I've got some different stuff up there, and I've got a friend working on eventually getting some pictures of flutes up and some soundtracks so you can see them online. Just hasn't happened yet. It's in the works, just like the new CD. It's in the works.
Yeah.
did
You
you,
know,
make
that's
that?
the whole.
Yeah, I make all the bags for the
That's
flutes.
very, very beautiful.
You sew?
Yeah. I was the oldest of 4 boys. I was taught to take care of myself. I can make.
No, I think it's cool. I love sewing.
I just ironed all my clothes for the last 2 weeks today. It's just sort of like.
I like to
I
sew.
grew up
I
doing
really
it,
do.
too.
I like to
Yeah, you did.
iron. Iron with me, I got to buy a new iron, but ironing to me is really relaxing.
Sorry.
Necessary evil.
Yeah.
It is I have to iron too. I can't go out wrinkled. That drives me crazy.
I won't buy anything.
You even iron your dog's clothes.
Yes, I do.
He finds it very annoying.
Well, and I do his laundry in like ivory snow and things like that, so he doesn't get itchy or anything. You haven't met Timmy yet, have you?
No.
He's not met my dog. Norm's met Timmy.
No, he wants a little bracelet though.
He's not going to have a bracelet. Well, I did buy him a new collar.
Okay, good. He's happy with that.
Yeah.
That could be what he wanted. And he's happy with the road that he's on now. You don't make him wear clothes all the time now.
No.
Good. And he's
It's
much
hard
happier.
it's hard for me not to dress him up.
Well, when you go out, that's fine. When you just address it when he gets home. That's why he doesn't feel so confined. He says he has to be Mommy's perfect little boy.
He is my boy. He's always perfect.
Yeah. He says, but now he can feel more perfect when he wants to.
Yeah, he was having a great time today.
I know. Before you go, I noticed that there are some times that you have like a twin sounding. When you're blowing, when you're playing, you have like a double noise.
Yep, that's just a steady drone sound. It's the same key playing at the same time.
What was that? My water bottle?
That was your water
Holy
bottle.
flip. All right, what's the message? All right, I'll shut up.
That's what they were saying. Shut up and let them play.
There you go.
Fired. That's Mary. Okay. No, it's Mary.
Getting wet. I guess that's all we need.
Okay.
Let's see if Mary's still on hold.
Mary's on.
All right. Hi, Mary.
Welcome, Nora Friend. You're on the air. Still there, Mary?
Yep, I'm here.
Hey, Mary, how
Hey.
you doing?
Hey, Mary.
Not too bad, and you?
Not too bad. When do you think of the flute playing?
I know, I love that.
So how you feeling, Mary?
Not too bad.
You
Not too
sound
bad.
better.
I'm just waiting for the doctor. I keep telling them I know it was a hernia, so I'm just waiting for the doctor to call back now and make an appointment to have that done.
Right.
What is with the hernias lately?
Yeah. I'm looking at within a week and a half you'll have it done, Mary.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they kept saying, oh, it's your hip. I kept saying, no, it's not. I know it's not my hip.
People, sometimes people know more than the doctors do.
Isn't that the truth?
We know what's wrong with it. It's like when you go through hell of that.
And then some.
Yeah. Mary, don't forget, we're having a party at Patami Saturday.
Yes.
Okay. And we actually had a nice quiet get-together last Saturday, too. It was nothing special.
Yeah, it was very nice.
It was very, very nice.
Very good. The food, everything was great.
Yeah. And one thing I'm looking at with you, Mary, tell the people here what happened to your car.
What happened to you?
Oh, yeah, where I live, I come out, parked it around 3:30 maybe that afternoon. And I came out the next morning, I would say maybe about 9:15. And like I always do, I always pick up Dottie and everything. And I went to get into the passenger side, and someone broke the handle on the car. And they scratched the heck out of my car.
Why? Oh, that upsets me.
Yeah, exactly.
So unnecessary.
That is.
One time, with a other car, they crashed your windshield at one time, right, Mary?
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they scratched the heck out of my Cadillac. I don't know. And then another time, they let the air out of my tire. I mean, how cheap can somebody be when they, they get what they call the little valves, for the air. They stole them. I mean, how cheap can you get? And then they turn around and leave me one white one. Let me know they took the others, because the others were chrome.
$125 per.
I don't know anybody here. I don't. I come in and out, and that's all I do. If you say hi, I'll say hi. If you don't, it's still okay with me, I don't know anybody in this building.
That's awful.
Now, I'm getting the impression the signs that it's time to start looking. I know where you live now, you can have your babies and it's affordable, but
you should have moved.
Yeah. But we're just going to set protection around your car and around you.
Yeah.
Have you had it repainted yet?
No, not yet. I went for the insurance to get together and everything else, because they're going to give me a rental and everything else. So it's over $3,200 with the damage.
Wow.
This is where I get upset because, and I actually will blame the landlord has no lights in that area, right?
There's no lights at all on my side.
Yeah, see,
nothing at all.
See, you'd think the landlord would be accountable to have lights for insurance.
You would think.
Yeah, exactly. The spotlights that go on, the motion detectors and stuff. Yeah. That's too bad, Mary. Oh my goodness.
They better not. I hope they don't. I hope she don't.
Today.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Let me tell you, when I ride with her, I feel like I am the Miss Queen of them all. But I will tell you, you already know who it is, Mary. The unfortunate part is we can't prove it.
That's it. You got to prove who it is. You got to catch them doing it.
Yeah. We got to get you one of those new video cameras they have inside of your car. What do they call it?
Dash cams.
Yeah. Dash cam. That comes on around.
You got to catch who's doing it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we got to get you one. Those have been coming. I think. The sad part is, it's not unless you have a dash cam anymore. It is something that you need to have in your car.
To protect
Because
yourself.
you never know.
Nope. By where I live, one day my daughter-in-law walked out, and they smashed the back window of a car. But nobody knows who did it. And another time, a guy with DWI, he hit one car, and where my daughter-in-law parked. And this guy, he left the truck right there, slammed into my daughter-in-law's car, and his father goes, "Well, you can't get rock out of a blood out of a stone." I guess that's the call. And said, all I can say, it was a good thing I wasn't there.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It really is.
Yeah, it
and
is.
They couldn't prove that he was DWI, so they charged him with driving without a license and reckless driving. And he didn't have any insurance. So I think insurance should be mandatory.
I always thought it was here in New Hampshire.
No.
But Mississippi and here.
But once you get in an accident, you have to have proof of insurance.
There's only two that don't mandatory you have it, and I think they should.
Yeah. That's like I think seatbelts should be mandatory.
That I disagree on. Yeah. Not everybody likes seatbelts.
Well, that's what I said again.
Here we go.
Do you wear a seatbelt?
Nope.
Do you?
Yes, I do. Yep.
Huh?
Yes, I do.
I forgot I was in
Always.
Massachusetts and we got.
Go with the other states, you have to though.
Yeah.
Always.
Well, they were,
Always.
AAA off in New Hampshire, $3 million if they would pass a law to have people required to wear seatbelts. And New Hampshire said no.
I think you should be wearing a seatbelt. I think I seatbelt Timmy in when we drive.
Well, this is, I think seatbelts are also, there are a lot of pros and cons. Like I have a friend who the seatbelt mechanism melted so he couldn't get it open. There's a lot of pros and cons on both sides.
Well, there are. I know someone who was in an accident and was wearing her seatbelt, and it ended up being to her detriment. And then I know somebody who was in an accident that wasn't wearing a seatbelt, and it actually saved her life.
Right.
So I mean, it's
It goes both ways.
Yeah, it depends.
Kids should be buckled in.
Learning how to drive makes more sense than wearing a seatbelt.
Oh, I agree with that.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
my God, the traffic on my street, that little, it's not that long, and I think they think it's a drag strip or whatever. And when I get irritated, when I see these kids that are sitting in the front seat without seat belts, and I said to a policeman, they've got 4 kids that are running around there, and the one that's sitting in the front seat, he said, what am I going to do? I said, pull them over, give them a warning. He said, you know how far that would go? They would say that, well, they didn't understand the law or whatever, I always thought ignorance of law was no excuse.
Well, and it's not in a lot of places.
Under 18, they're supposed to be wearing a seatbelt.
Yeah, under 18, right. He could have given them a ticket.
Yeah, that's what I said. And under 5 or something like that, they have to be the seatbelt or 3.
In a car seat.
Under 8.
Is it,
Is it under 8?
Under 8.
They have to be.
Because they even have like road checks in Florida to see if you've got seatbelts on and see if the kids have seatbelts on.
They should be. They should be
Well, they
seatbelted.
could, where I, in the building I live in, nothing against them.
They'll
in the
stop
building where I
everyone
live,
on the road.
Yep.
They could get in a lot of trouble without having a seatbelt.
Yep.
And I really, especially when they're like that, there's one girl that I think she's like 11 or 12, and she's tall, but she doesn't wear, and I told her father, I said, you gotta make sure she has a seatbelt on and that she's sitting in the back seat. Because I thought there was an age limit on the front seat with the kids.
There is. You got to be 18 and under. You have to wear seatbelts.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I think under 12 you're supposed to be in the back if possible.
Yeah.
And I love it. What I like is watching the tradition from their countries they come from, and the men still right in the front, and women still sit in the back, even though they're by themselves. But that's the way it is, And that's okay, because I can remember, folks, please do me a favor. Wear seatbelts if you feel you need to. I can't force you to, obviously. Everybody has their own opinion. But just think of where you're at. But make sure that your children are seatbelted in. Okay?
Yeah,
And it's a big fight out there. There really is. And when people are crossing the street, make sure that you're looking both ways. It's not always the driver's fault.
No.
Okay? Well, you see where I live, right?
I'm so bad I look both ways on a one-way street.
Yeah, you got it.
I still do.
Yeah, exactly. You never know who's coming. You never know.
Well, I can't see nothing. I went the wrong way a couple of times. And I've had shall we say, a homemade cigarette and a ginger ale. By the grace of the higher power, I've never, ever got caught. And so I know, that's when I know that somebody up there watching over me. And by all rights, many times I should have got caught. Well, Mary, so you're going to be coming Saturday, probably around 3-ish.
3-ish?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay? And Mary's going to make some of her famous baked beans. I'll think of you when we have them.
Enjoy.
I will.
Have a good time.
Yeah. And thank you for the call in, Mary. Hey, Mary, when we had that big meeting, I'll let you know about when Kate the troublemaker, Kate, and all of us get together. We're going to probably be at Blake's. I'll let you know when.
Alrighty. Sounds good.
Alrighty, we'll talk to you later.
Bye, Mary.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Mary.
See, I didn't say it all the way.
Yeah, that's true. But we both know I am.
Yeah. So, Bob, one of the things I'm looking at when you've got a lot of awesome healing coming into your body.
Unbelievable. It's like something just changed this last week or so. Week and a half maybe. I haven't felt this good in a long time.
You know.
Almost hate to go in for surgery, but that's part of fixing everything so that I can get back to doing what I need to do.
Yeah. And I got a call the other day. This guy, he was all upset. I said, calm down. You're going to be okay. Get your surgery done. Because his wife was, oh, my God, it's going to be so big in this. She had was so dramatic. This guy, I thought he was going to have a heart attack. I said, you're going to feel better, I promise.
Oh, I know.
You just have to allow your body to heal. Yep. Your biggest problem, you get too anxious, so you're going to have to learn to calm yourself down and let it heal. Let it heal itself.
It'll heal itself. It's already healing.
I know, but let it heal itself.
Yeah, I'll give it a couple of weeks.
Well, you go back to the hospital, you can't believe us, can you?
I can't say anything because
You're that way, too?
I'm
still going to the gym.
Oh, I wish I could.
See, I'm a big baby.
They cut me off yesterday.
What, to the gym?
From working out.
Oh, okay.
Oh, they did?
I'm a big baby. I like to be pampered and baby.
You think?
Yeah.
Really? I never knew that about you. How weird. Did you know
I
that,
never
Bob?
would have guessed that.
Right, weird, right?
Oh, my God, I was bragging about how I had never had the flu. Never got sick and all that stuff.
Oh, you got put in your place, didn't you?
I sure did.
You got whammy.
Poor
Careful what you
Scott.
say.
Yep.
He went and got me chicken noodle soup. Then he got me ginger ale. He was just so spoiling. Not that he spoils me anyway, but and he got me the. I probably would. I was the biggest baby. Well, my mommy used to spoil me. My foster mother, whenever I was sick, and my wife just said, "Well, that's it," But I'm terrible that way.
You gotta be careful what you say. I was riding with an elder one time, and it was starting to storm, and there was a big rumble of thunder. It was really loud, and he said, "Is that the best you got?" And I said, "Don't do that." And it wasn't seconds later, lightning hit the ground about 50 feet away from us.
Now, he didn't say that again.
Oh, he hopefully learned something from that. But
I always remember the time I went to deer, but I went morning. Actually, he would tell me a story where my dad, because we had a pump in the house, an old-fashioned pump, and a metal sink, and I guess the lightning bolted through, went through my dad, and it actually killed my dad's dog.
Oh.
And my dad got really hit. And Emmett said if you swore when the thunder and lightning, he would yell at you or smack you. You were quiet, because he said that he really believes that was a curse of the devil because he was swearing at the time that it happened. Mm. He would not cut his toenails and fingernails on Sunday. Because in that day, that was the way he was taught. Remember, and then the 30s and 40s, they had to roll wives' tales that believes the devil's going to be with you all week. You cut your toenails and stuff on them. What wives' tales do you remember being told?
I can't think of anything offhand, but...
How about you?
I'm trying to think. I'm Irish Catholic. We had a slew of them.
I'm sure you did, and they didn't apply to you, though.
No. That's a given. That's a given. I think I grew up, I'm not a fan of thunder and lightning. That's just not something that makes me comfortable. So I walk around...
Hey, Al.
We gotta have to yell.
Yeah, it is actually. We're pretty quiet. We're just talking about setting the foundation that we got going. Then when Mary, Kate's giving us all a hard time here.
Okay. How's your calls? You getting calls?
Actually, we're not getting calls a lot lately, are we?
No, it's been pretty
sooner
quiet
or later
lately.
we will. Hey, the Red Sox won last night.
What do you think? He had Chris Sale with a one-hitter into the 8th inning.
Yeah, I think he's come a long way. I think he's gonna be a very expensive baseball player.
So what do you think? You're a little nervous the playoffs are Cleveland or not? Do you think we're gonna get that?
Oh yeah, I really do. I think we're gonna make the American League. We're way ahead of the American pennant, right?
No,
How do you think we're gonna do with Cleveland? They're giving us some trouble. What do you think?
Well, I think we're gonna go on a winning spree, and we're gonna go against Cleveland, and then we're gonna go all the way into winning the what do they call it? National Football.
It's called the World Series.
What is it?
World Series.
Oh no, World Series. That's right. Yeah. All right, that's a hockey team, though.
a shot at winning it?
Yeah, I'm going to tell you I'm about 94 to 95% that we're going to win the World Series.
Yeah. Well, they did good last night. Did you watch any of the game?
Yeah, we did. I flipped through it. If it's a one-sided team, then I don't watch it, unless it's the Red Sox. Otherwise, then I do watch it, you know.
What do you think of the Patriots with Endelman? Or you think we're still going to do?
Oh, we're going to do. You know, I didn't even think about. He didn't even play in the preseason, did he? I don't think it. They're gonna do okay without him now. They did it with what's his name there. They did okay.
Was out.
Yeah. I mean, Brady and the coach here said, Belichick said that everybody is replaceable.
Right.
Yeah.
And they are.
They are a true team because everybody knows they have to step up and do their part.
Yeah.
We'll get into the weather tonight.
All right.
We have a clear night tonight. Temperatures are down near 50, and tomorrow we're going to have the mixture of sun and clouds. It's going to be an afternoon scattered shower, ice and thunderstorm up around 80 tomorrow. A little bit warmer. A cold front will come through later tomorrow. And touch of fall, mostly sunny. A gusty northwest wind, 60s Friday. Sunshine Saturday morning, increasing clouds in the afternoon, low to middle 70s, 70 to 75, a little warmer Saturday, and maybe some leftover rain. Remnant moisture from Harvey here late Saturday. Sunday showers likely. Then Labor Day, we'll have a mixture of sun and clouds, possibly in the right around 80 against the Labor Day. So the only day that's featuring some rain is sunny. Again, Norm, you saw the catastrophic flooding, and prayers go out to everyone in Texas. It's just,
Right.
And they had, again, past Texas, 52 inches.
Right.
New record rainfall for any landfalling U.S. hurricane.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to tell you, this is just the beginning of the hurricanes now. Remember I said it before. I'm seeing like I actually see 3 to 4 more hurricanes between now and the end of 2018.
Well, there's one coming off the African coast. That one could develop too. So,
Right.
See that one developing?
I see that becoming one of the biggest ones we've ever had.
Wow.
I'm also going to tell you, I truly believe that in Africa, there's between 125,000 and 1.25 million acres of land that's going to be destroyed by Mother Nature, fires, and tornadoes.
Wow.
The name of the game is...
We've had a lot of extremes in the weather, that's for sure.
Put them back by
The name of...
They can't hear.
Oh yeah, the name of the game is, Al, is that they you've got to start respecting each other and the earth. Mother Nature said she's had enough, and we follow through with it. And the spirit on God, if you want to call him or whatever, is backing her up in whatever she wants to do. We had choices. We can stop all this hurricanes and heavy rains that are coming in by just not respecting each other and the earth.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, so.
Well, have a good night. I'll let you finish the rest of your show. We'll talk to you over the weekend, later in the weekend. Have a good night.
Alrighty. We'll talk about going out to lunch. Yep.
Yeah, we'll talk Sunday night. Have a good
And
weekend.
you too. Yep. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh, I didn't tell you I went out to lunch again.
Again?
Yes. I went out Monday. I went out to Ollie's. And, of course, I was treated with royalty as usual.
As usual.
You ever go to...
Where's Ollie's?
You don't know... Oh, we'll go there. You know where Varney Street is? You know where Walgreens on South Main Street is?
I know where Walgreens is.
Okay. I'll tell you, take it right up to go all the way to the end, and then you'll see it. I can't say the ambiance is the best in the world and it's okay, but the food is fantastic.
Really?
Oh, I did a little complaint. I did send their French fries back because they weren't quite done the way.
I'm funny about French fries too.
And they put them on the same plate. But Bob, I didn't blow up. You know, and they put a little bit too much tartar sauce on, but I was nice. I took it off.
They give you different plates?
Yes, they did. After I asked them, it was my fault. So and the waitress, her name was Jessica, fantastic. And she got and I actually my friends from Argentina. We go to Blake's. Ollie's a lot. You've never been there, have you?
Mm-mm.
Well, we could also have a meeting there. They have a place there. We could have like 10 people. And, but the thing is, I don't know. We'll have to decide if you want to do an evening meeting or like that. You know, everybody's out. I'm going to invite anyone who wants to come, but they got to be serious. If you have an idea, I don't want more than 10 people as members on the committee, but everybody is also. I will, if I have to, put tape on my mouth to shut up for 2 minutes. Because that's going to be the hardest thing for me to do.
Yeah, I want that in writing.
Hey, don't take that serious. But I want other people's meeting to you know, and we now have Scott as the secretary, and I have another. We have an accountant.
Yep.
And
we have an attorney.
And we have 2 attorneys.
We have 2 attorneys.
And Shelley is going to build our website for us, so I got to get on her case about that. So it's exciting. It really is. To see something grow that you dreamed about is actually coming into
Yep, exactly.
Play, you know. And I just know, and then we'll get different volunteers to take the animal to the vet. I actually want to work on, I want everybody to have an vet that comes to the person's house. Set up an account with that. What do you think?
There used to be a couple of vets on wheels.
You can get some that'll do it. But
Yeah, there are 3 or 4 vets that I know. One's in Londonderry.
And there's another one out in Exeter.
Because a lot of them have to go to see horses and whatnot anyways.
Yeah. And I think that's a good thing. How do you feel about having vets make the vet? Because it'd be easier on the patient, on the patient, on the animal, you know?
I think it's situational. I
Yeah,
mean,
it
some
depends on the
they
situation.
need to go to the animal hospital.
Some may need.
Every case will be, and trust me, folks, it is all going to be confidential. I don't even believe. I don't even want a medical. All I want is they're doing okay. What might have happened. I don't want the whole medical. You know.
But we do need to do follow-up. We do need to.
Yeah, I want to follow up, but I don't want.
Well, you do need to keep some sort of records to
Right,
ensure that the funds are in fact going
Yeah.
from. But a copy of the bill is.
Yeah,
Exactly,
copy of the
that
bill
should
and
be-
a write about what they
those
did
are
and what
things
they
we
didn't
definitely need,
do.
and we do need
I
to
don't
do some
want to,
follow-up with
right.
the owner.
I don't want the abuse, you know, the background of the dog. I just want what we paid for, what we need to know about, and what the vet will let us know.
Right.
Because you still have that confidentiality law that you have to, even respect for the dogs.
Right.
You know.
Exactly.
When you're an open book, I'll just go in and tell them your brother, and I want to know everything about you.
Dan would probably tell you.
And say, go for it, you know. And Bob, I really want to tell you, financially and health-wise, this is your year.
Do what?
This is your year. I want you to really believe that. I want you to claim it. If you don't claim it, it's not going to happen.
Already claimed it.
Okay. I always like to put it in writing. I don't know. But the one thing I know about life is that we can enjoy life, and we can have the top of the ball, singing a song, feeling well, but we can also sit there and not go anywhere. Like you've been through a lot of surgeries, right, lately?
Number of surgeries.
Yeah, but you have not allowed them to get you down.
You can't.
No. And once you allow them to get you down, then, like with you, you're going to get better.
Oh yeah, I know.
I know
I'm on the countdown, so
it's
I'm excited.
Exactly.
Sometimes.
Now, when are you going to be leaving us?
My surgery's the 28th of September.
Okay, so you'll be. What day is that on?
Thursday, Friday, one or the other.
Oh, so you'll be able to come the day.
Yeah, and I'll be here
the
Wednesday prior.
Oh, okay. But you may not be.
But I definitely won't be back the Wednesday after.
You got that now.
I got that.
Okay.
I got it.
I've already got her filled in.
Because, yeah.
I know. I was going to bring in a blonde, but once she was
Oh,
lady, I don't think that would do any good for me.
Whatever you're into, buddy.
I was going to say the same thing.
Whatever works.
I don't think that will be. Although I've been going out to lunch with a lot of cute ladies lately. My son said, "Dad, are you changing?" I just pray that my son is going to be okay. And once again, folks,
He will be.
be very careful of the medication that the doctors are prescribing for you. Like you went through hell and back
Oh
with
my
yours.
God, I thought I was going to die.
What happened?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's too complicated to explain on air, but it was, yeah.
Make
That's
sure,
all, yeah.
and never, I told my son as well, never be afraid to get a second opinion.
Oh, I think people should absolutely get a second opinion on just about everything.
You know, I always tell people when they come to me for a reading, if you're not comfortable with what I read to you, don't be afraid to get another opinion. And I think you're the same way. And I also will tell people if I can't read them, I'll send them to like you or recommend for a massage or whatever. Or I'll send them to my airhead friend over here, you know. If I didn't pick on you, you would think I was mad. Because you said that to me not too long ago.
That's true. And I know that you say it in jest because
Right.
I've been with him every Thursday night. And I know when I walk out the door, he goes, thank God.
Yeah. Well, we have a client that, oh my God, if you say it, she knows it already. And I have to say to her, then why are you here? You know. But I love her dearly, you know that. And Bob, something that I did and I'm going to share with you is, have you ever had the need, like when you gave it a flute, but the need to give to somebody something because they like it or whatever?
More than once I've had to give.
Yeah. Isn't it rewarding?
Spirits told me that needs to go to them.
Isn't that rewarding? Whether they had the money or not, you still do it?
Especially when you don't understand why, you just follow
Do it.
spirit, and then afterwards you find out why, and it just feels really good.
Doesn't
Yeah.
it? I was telling them, her friend of mine stood there. What's her name? Debbie Doobie-Doo, whatever her name is.
Lisa.
That's it. Doobie-Doo sounds better. But she made me a beautiful necklace.
Oh,
She
it's
really
gorgeous.
did. And it had a little wing on it, right?
Yep.
And this little lady, she was from another country, doesn't matter what way that is, but she kept looking at it. She was smiling and they were giggling and she was pretty. And I'm looking at her and the spirit said, give it to her. Why? I don't, you know. Because it was beautiful. Even me. You know?
Oh, it was very nice.
Yeah. And I said, why? I said, give it to her. I said, okay, you know, you obey spirit. So I took it off. I asked the parents, and I got a nice message because I gave her the card, and that she started to talk now.
Oh, interesting.
And I thought that was just so exciting
That
to
is,
hear that.
that
you know?
is excellent.
And I never expected to hear again. Never. And I'm sure you're the same way. You're the same
Yeah.
way, you know. And I had a crystal ball that one time I gave, and this young man liked my crystal ball. He has like autism, and when he gets acting out, his mother gives him the little crystal ball in the house and so. There's always a reason why we give things away. And trust me, folks,
Absolutely.
I'm not patting myself on the back. Well, I can't reach it. But anyways.
Well,
Did I do it?
no, I think your point is that we're not meant to hang on to everything
No.
for
Right.
forever.
No.
We're meant to share, and when you feel guided by spirit to share, the love you feel, you can't even put it into words.
Right.
Yeah, that's it. Well, when I gave that, I was a little bit upset at first when I gave that crystal ball away. I really was, because when I give it to me as a gift, you know, and I was a little bit upset about it. I said, oh, wow, you did what I honored you for doing that. Really? Okay, thank you. And I honored you, you know, and she honored me, and I said, thank you, you know. Whether we want to or not, we still got to do. I'm still working on it, and they keep telling me no, so that's a hopeless case, you know. But when we honor spirit, it really honors us tenfold back.
You get what you get.
Yeah,
I mean,
we're going to have you close this out in about 5 minutes, Bob, okay? Okay. Bob, you want to give me a website?
www.bobwhitebear.com.
And a phone number if you want to.
And all the contact information's on the website.
Okay. And you're a flute maker?
Flute maker, play at different events, and have some classes in connecting with spirit. And
We'll talk to you
have
about
to go to the
that.
website and check it out.
There you go. www.bobwhitebear.com.
Yep.
may I ask a question? Is there a specific wood that you use when you make?
I use all sorts of woods. I just love working in the aromatic cedar.
'Cause-
Especially the naughty stuff.
Right, okay.
Love naughty wood.
That is stunning, isn't it?
It is.
That is,
No one picked up on
Yes.
that, okay?
I'm not saying a word.
We all did, but as I
Yeah,
keep
that's
reminding
okay.
him, it's a family show.
Yeah, you know.
no, it's just stunning,
But
right? That's why I asked.
When
the question.
your website and my website are right there.
Yes.
So that they, are you going to be on a sabbatical for a short time?
Yeah.
Not doing readings or Reiki or
Right,
anything?
I am
You're going to heal
temporarily
yourself.
retired. Temporarily.
we want you to heal, come back on without.
We do. We definitely do.
And we are working on having healing pause. And,
yes, we are.
And we're still for the website. We're still working on that. I need to, the next meeting we'll have to figure out how, healing pause and what is it? Gmail. If that's correct. Gmail.
There is Gmail.
Yeah, Gmail. That's what I'm thinking. I think I like that.
I like your Gmail idea better.
Yeah, I'm better than Comcast, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's
I have a lot of problem with Comcast. What do you think about Gmail?
I don't have any problem with it.
You have Gmail, right?
Well, for my email, not for my website.
Yeah. And you're also on Facebook if they want to get in contact with you.
Under Bob Olson, yeah.
Under Bob Olson, yeah. And no, you don't have that flute you're playing. The first time, no, we're on the air. I can't say what I was going to say, so I'll be good. Oh God, that hurt.
Behave.
Yeah.
We're gonna put a big sign up when you go on, Lori. Behave.
He brings this out of me. You know that, right?
Well,
Yeah,
what can I tell
that's because
you?
we're good friends, And folks, I want to thank each and every one of you for listening to us this week. I know I rambled on a lot. Hopefully, it made some sense. But we want you, everyone, if you could afford it, to help prayers, money to the problem down in Houston, Texas.
Well, yeah, the hurricane
area.
Because it's more than just Houston.
I wish I could say send to Red Cross, but my heart
it's
tells me there are
Louisiana
other
now,
things that we can do. And next week, folks, we'll see you all again. And remember, every day, you two are the winners. All of you are winners out there. Thank you two for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
That's a good show.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you, Bob. See you next week, folks.
Bye.
Bye-bye now.